Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to a brand new video. My name is Rebecca and today I am going to share with you some Dollar Tree DIY home decor, room decor ideas. Really fun and perfect to fit in with your spring decor. Most of them can really be used any time of the year. And at the end, I will share with you a recent trip that we took to see some manatees out in the wild, which was so cool. Let's go ahead and get started with our first Dollar Tree DIY. So for our first DIY, I'm taking this round sign from Dollar Tree and I took a little bit of wood filler that I had. You could also use a little bit of the spackle from Dollar Tree, and I just used that to fill in the two little holes from where the rope hanger was, and then went over and sponged some paint on here. Now this is one that I picked up in Home Depot, and once that's dry, I'm taking some of these wooden cutout pieces from Dollar Tree. So I think Hobby Lobby may also have them. You guys will have to comment and let me know. Have you seen them anywhere else? Sometimes the designs that they have do change, but they had some that are butterflies, some different flower designs, and I was also able to find some different leaf patterns. And then I used just like a nice clear super glue or something like that, clear all-purpose, super hold glue. So I didn't finish the middle part because I actually ran out and I had to go to the store and pick up some more little wooden design cutout pieces here. But we're gonna go ahead and do the outside in the meantime. And for that, I'm taking the wooden Jenga blocks from Dollar Tree and I'm gluing them on using wood glue. And the reason that I actually like the wood glue for this more than the hot glue is it's going to be a stronger hold and just give you a better finish overall for your tray. And then the second reason is the wood glue dries a little bit slower. So as you are positioning your little Jenga blocks on here, in case you need to move one in or out a little bit in order to make them all fit perfectly as a circle on here, you will be able to have a little bit of time because the wood glue doesn't dry as quickly. And then I did the second and third row. I did actually stagger the blocks on here so that the gaps and spaces would kind of be alternating, and added on some little felt pads so that this wouldn't scratch my table. And here is how our beautiful round tray came out. I think it's perfect for spring decor with the butterflies, the flowers, the leaves, but honestly, it's a beautiful piece that could really be used any time of the year. The next one is going to be perfect for spring. I'm actually taking this Valentine little heart tree sign from Dollar Tree, giving it a coat with some brown paint here. This is one that I got in Home Depot as well. After I paint this, let it dry. You might need 2 coats. The funny thing is there's glitter on the sign, and I actually like that because when you paint over it, there's a little bit of texture visible through the paint, and that texture kind of, it just makes the tree trunk bark look a little bit more realistic. Now we're going to cover up all those hearts at the ends of the tree with some flowers. Dollar Tree definitely has a variety of pink flowers, but if you don't find any there or you don't find one that you like, I was able to pick this one up. I believe it was also from Hobby Lobby. In springtime, the peach trees are blooming, other fruit trees, the cherry blossom trees are blooming, and there's lots of pink flowers in the trees in the springtime. So I just felt like some pink flowers would be the perfect little decor accent piece for this spring tree piece of decor. Now you'll probably want to make some kind of little stand for the back. You could just prop this up. You could hang it if you would prefer to, leave the hanger in it, and you could hang this up on your wall. There's definitely a variety of options. You could use some Jenga blocks on the back of the tree at the bottom to just create a little base to stabilize it. Whatever you want, let me know down below. Would you make this as a stand-up sign, or would you prefer it to hang up on a wall? How do you visualize this cherry blossom tree ultimately looking? But anyway, here's how this one turned out. Moving on for the next one, we're going to make a spring table centerpiece, and for this one I took 2 of these little wooden trays from Dollar Tree and I glued them together. I used a little bit of a wood glue on one side and hot glue on the other for a quick hold and a strong, secure hold. And then you can paint the whole thing over whatever color you like. I actually had some gold chalk paint, but I'm kind of second guessing that. I'm almost thinking of using a darker color. I feel like that might look better, but I was just curious because I had this gold chalk paint actually sitting in my craft stash and I felt like giving it a try. And then I also had some of these little gold floral design stickers, so I decided to give those a try as well and put some of them on here and then just coat the whole thing with some Mod Podge to just seal it and keep those stickers on there nice and neat. But yeah, let me know if you like the color of this with the gold chalk paint, or if you think it would look better just more of a natural wood, or maybe painting it white, or even like a nice dark brown stain or something like that. I think would be really pretty as well. And I might end up going back and changing this at some point. We will see, but for now, I'm gonna go ahead and put these 2 gold candle holders that I found in Dollar Tree in the center of the tray. And then I also have a little bit of this peony flower floral garland, and I'm gonna wrap that around the candle holders. And I have some beautiful pink candles here that we can add in the middle. I will link them down below if you're interested. I think they're super pretty and fun for Valentine's, for Easter, for spring decor. So pretty and very feminine as well. They'd be really nice for like a wedding or a shower, baby shower, bridal shower. I don't know, they're just very pretty. And if you want a different option for your candles, you can actually just pick up some plain ones in Dollar Tree. So I just did some little basic 5-petal flowers on here with the lavender color and put some pink in the centers. On the second one, I got a little bit more creative and a little bit more bold with the colors and decided to make something that looked a little bit more like a hydrangea or maybe even like a lilac flower, and added some green leaves on here as well. Very customizable. You could make this fit with your decor. You could give these as gifts. They're just really fun to do and easy to fit and customize with your home decor for spring. So last week we took a little road trip adventure to celebrate my birthday and go see the Manatees, but we did stop for coffee on the way at the Jacked Up Bean, and it was just a fun little coffee shop. They had a lot of Valentine's specials for coffee. Mike actually tried one of the strawberry Valentine coffee specials, although I think he liked mine better, and so did I. It was the praline. You'll have to let me know if you guys like strawberry and coffee, like a strawberry coffee. Does that sound good to you? Is that something you would try? They had a whole variety, which was very unique, but the praline one was so good, incredible. But on to our trip to go see the Manatees at Blue Springs State Park. It was such a cool experience. When we first got there, we walked out to take a look at the river, and there was people out there on boats, and at first I was confused because I thought they didn't allow any boating or kayaking or anything like that on the water while the Manatees were there. But they do allow it out in the river, but not in the springs. And so the Manatees actually come up into the springs where the water is warmer, and there's really not anything for them to eat there. So they just come in when they need to warm up, and then as the weather warms up, they'll go back out into the river and they'll eat out there because they primarily eat grasses and vegetation in the water. Now, the Florida manatee is like a subspecies of the West Indian manatee, and they're no longer on the endangered species list. So their numbers were climbing over the last 30 years or so, and so they've now been downlisted to threatened instead of endangered. So I found out manatees are also known as sea cows. They are aquatic herbivores, meaning they eat plants, and they do breathe air. They're actually mammals. So they will spend up to 8 hours a day grazing living on grass in the water, they can actually live in freshwater, brackish water, or in salt water. So that was kind of interesting to me. They can hold their breath for about 20 minutes under the water. This ended up being the perfect weekend, which I had no idea, but the weather was actually colder this weekend than it was the previous weekend, and it ended up being absolutely perfect because there was over 400 manatees at Blue Springs today, and apparently last weekend when the weather was warmer, only about 12 of them actually came in the river and actually came up into the springs where we could really see them. So we picked the perfect weekend to come completely unknowingly. Anyway, this was a beautiful experience, and I highly recommend checking out one of Florida's beautiful state parks if you get a chance to come and visit and see the manatees. They had a lot of lookout spots as well, so it was a beautiful walk along the edge of the water there, and then there's lots of lookout spots that you can take pictures or videos and just enjoy nature, enjoy the trees, enjoy the fresh air, which there was starting to be a bit of pollen now in February, but it's just a beautiful experience to go and spend a day outdoors. And then after that, we decided to go down to Lucas's plant nursery. So I heard about this one online, that it would be one of the nicer plant nurseries and gardening centers in Florida. I heard a few people say that, and I had some suspicions, but we checked it out and I was not disappointed, you guys. This place was incredible. It is absolutely huge. They had so much to offer, and if you are in Florida, it's pretty central, being that it's in the Orlando area. Also had a butterfly exhibit, which I was so disappointed. We arrived shortly before it was going to be closing, so we didn't have time to do it this day, but I'm definitely looking forward to going back at some point in the future and hopefully going through the butterfly exhibit. I think that would be amazing, and I've always wanted to do that as well. I just didn't even know it was there, or we would have planned our day differently. But anyway, all in all, it ended up being a long, beautiful day. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some inspiration for some very affordable DIY home decor and room decor ideas that you can make on a budget using items from Dollar Tree. Thanks so much for being here. I'm wishing you a beautiful and blessed day, and I will see you guys soon in a new video. Bye!